Matt here from Airgun Hub, and as you can see in front of me we have the CZ75 P-09 in full dark earth, or FDE. So we've got the box in front of us. We'll talk about the box first. It's got some key information on the front. It says it's got realistic blowback, it's a 16 round magazine. We'll get more into that in a minute. It's actually two 8-shot magazines, but I'll show you more in a second. It's got a threaded outer barrel for a silencer. It's got an ambidextrous safety, and it is compatible with pellets and steel BBs. It has got some information down this side as well. Just says that the slide moves, it's pellets, it's got a rifled barrel. Again, we'll go more into that when we look around the gun properly in a second. Moving on to the back, we have some key information about the pistol. There is, if you can see, some measurements, some weights of the air pistol, a bit of information about CZ Firearms Company itself, then just a bit of safety information on the bottom there. The edges of the boxes are just got the repeated information that's on the front and back really. So we'll put that down and we'll look at going into the side of the box. So when you open the box, straight away you're greeted with some information, an information booklet. This has information like safety features of the air pistol, not to point it at people, how to load the CO2, how to load the magazines, etc. So that's that. If we take the pistol out of the box, there's not much more information on the box that we need to look at. And there we have it. As you can see, it is in full dark earth. The colour's not too bad, looks a little bit weak in my opinion, but it's acceptable. On the grip, we've got some stippling. It's not the best stippling in the world. It does feel, it feels okay in places, especially like here on the top of the frame. It looks a little bit like sandpaper. Doesn't feel bad, as I said, but yeah, it looks a bit rough in my opinion. Moving up, we have the mag release here. If you push this, the magazine pings out. As you can see, it is two 8-shot rotary magazines, as I said. You load the pellets in, all the BBs. I'll talk about BBs in a minute because I really wouldn't advise using BBs in this, even though it says you can. Basically load the pellets in, rotate it round once, and keep loading in until you've loaded both ends. That then slots back in, and that's ready to go. You do have the safety here. As it says on the front, it is an ambidextrous one. It is on that side and on that side. It's not a true ambidextrous safety. Reason being is on this side you have a small button that needs to be depressed to move the safety up, to take it off safety. That button is not on that side. So although you can put the safety on both sides, you can't actually take the safety off on both sides. It needs to be used on that side. Hammer, just a general normal affair. It's not locking back because the safety's on at the minute. The sights, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I might struggle to actually show you down the sights here. They have got a white dot on each side, and there is a white dot on the front. It is very, very easy to pick up your sight. They do show really clearly. I find the sights really, really good. It does shoot very, very centre, which is a good thing. It pretty much does shoot where you aim. The slide release is a moulded affair. It doesn't move, it doesn't function in any way, shape or form. That reason being is the actual blowback of the slide moving back, it doesn't lock back. And the reason for that is because it is the pellet magazine. It doesn't know when the magazine is empty, unlike some of the BB shooters that use a conventional magazine with the CO2 in. So it doesn't lock back. The blowback is very, very strong. It does give a very, very good kick on it, I must admit. It feels really, really good. We do also have a rail on the front there for any accessories like a laser, a torch. I have tried a laser on it. Once the laser is centered in, it does help massively. It shoots really, really well. On the front there is, as I said, the threaded barrel. I can't take this off because you do actually need an Allen key. I don't know what the thread is in all honesty. It's an internal thread, not an external thread, so you can't slot an 1/2 inch UNF on it. You may need some form of adapter to slot in there and then put an 1/2 inch UNF on if you cannot find a silencer that will use the thread that's already in it. To load the CO2, you just ping this little back off here, which reveals a little compartment. The CO2 slots up in there. You then have a toggle which you tighten up, put back down, and it's a simple affair. This then slots straight back on like that, and we're done, and you're ready to shoot. To shoot, you can either take it off safety and cock the hammer once, or you can rack the slide, and that means you're ready to shoot. When you're pulling the trigger, there is a first click. Take it off safety. There is a first click, which is the indexing in the magazine right there, and then you push it further and it releases the trigger. It is quite a long trigger travel, but that is because obviously it has to index the magazine first, and then the firing pin hits, and then obviously pellet releases. One design fault that I have found with this is it has got a little lanyard loop there, as you can probably see. Now that's all well and good, but this CO2 compartment is really flimsy, and it does come off really easy. So I wouldn't advise putting a lanyard on there, because if you do drop the pistol and the lanyard is around your wrist, the gun is more than likely still going to fall on the floor and smash up anyway. So I wouldn't advise using that. Overall, I mean, I think the plastic used is pretty cheap. It sounds very hollow. There is better guns out there. I have shot better polymer or plastic guns that have a metal slide. This, on the lower end where you grip it, does feel a little bit naff, but it's made up for it. The slide's full metal. That does give it a good weight and a good feel. It is a very balanced pistol. It doesn't feel front heavy, which is a good thing. It is good fun to shoot. If you can get over the plasticky feel, it is a very good and fun gun to shoot, and it is pretty accurate, as I'll show you now. I'll just move this out of the way. That is a target that was shot, I'll just bring it up a bit, yesterday at 6 yards, and as you can see, the grouping is pretty solid. There is one little fly there, but apart from that, it is a pretty solid grouping. So if you're steady-handed, or you're resting, it can shoot pretty well, and for a blowback gun I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's just an overall good fun to shoot. I really enjoyed it. If you can get over that plasticky feel, it is a good fun gun to shoot. But yeah, that's it, the CZ75 P-09 in full dark earth. Let me know what you think. Thank you.